I like the way you are, Factory, I like the way you are. What's up, everybody? This is Darey from Nigeria. That kind of thing, you know how it is now. And I like the way you are. Check me out June 19th on iTunes. Get out and get a copy. You are watching FACTORY78. Blah!
This is FACTORY78 TV on exclusive interviews. I'm your host, Adesope. I've got another special guest here. We've had to come here to jack him at his photo shoot. Is Mr. R&B, aka Darey, aka Darey Art Alade. How you doing, sir?
Good. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, we're very, very happy to come here and see you. You've been up and about, you know, we've seen you at events. You've just gone to the charity ball by Sweet Speaks and Alicia Keys. First of all, how was that event yesterday evening?
It was great, you know, just hanging out, supporting the charity, which is really important, you know, the charity is all about immunizing children in Africa and in India, you know, and as a Nigerian, also just doing my PR tour, I thought, you know, let me support, you know, this charity because it makes sense and it sounds genuine and it seems genuine, and the event was really interesting. You know, it was fun meeting people, seeing some old faces that I hadn't seen in a while, and enjoying the performances, you know, from the different artists. And you know, big surprise Boy George, who, you know, I've seen in, yeah, it was great. I actually never seen him perform live, so it was interesting.
You're talking about performances and your own tour. You've been around for a couple of days. I was very, very lucky to be at performances by yourself at Casey's Bar with DJs, Casey and Jimmy's board-headed guy. And then you moved on to the younger generation as well, Unbeatable and on Osajat on Sunday, Steam Bar. First of all, the performances. I mean, how did you feel you were received here in London?
It was great. I think, I stood on the bar at Steam Bar, you know, yeah, Steam Bar on the bar, and gave the performance, just a few songs, just trying to get people to see what we're doing, you know. Obviously they know some of the songs, so I performed some that they knew, and also the one that we're trying to promote, which is The Way You Are, dropping in the UK for June 19th, you know, on iTunes, so it was fun.
Well, I saw the performances. It was absolutely smashing. The Way You Are was well received, especially by the ladies, even though you kept them in mind when you were making that song, but by Nikki D as well as Style and Style. Let's talk about this album that you're promoting, but before we get there, I just want us to kind of, you know, just give a little introduction or just let people know a little history of Darey Art Alade. First of all, your bloodline. People feel Darey is just an artist from Nigeria, from Africa, that's probably a talented musician. I didn't even introduce you properly. Now, I'm going to do that the way I do it here on FACTORY78 TV. He's a performer, a singer, a vocalist, an instrumentalist, and of course, one of, you know, I don't even know how to kind of round that up. Now, you've come from a bloodline.
An entertainer.
Absolutely. You've come from a bloodline of greats. Your father was a legend in the game. People still, you know, talk about him this day. And you've come up in that family and, you know, just followed in your father's footsteps. Let's talk about the upbringing and how music just kind of became the norm for you.
I mean, for me, music started from as young as 8, you know, singing here and there, joining the school choir in secondary school, then, you know, at CMS Grammar School. Ended up heading the choir from there, you know, started doing performances outside of school, joining different groups, singing with different bands. Then I started radio, you know, did radio for 5 years, did some years of TV at the same time, getting a degree in the university at the same time, performing at shows, you know. So there was a lot of music and entertainment going on for, you know, at least 10 years at a stretch, including school and everything. And then 2004 came, you know, the reality show in South Africa, Project Fame, was a great launching pad, you know, to just get me in the consciousness of, you know, Nigerians and Africans generally around the continent. And after that, I released my first album in 2006, From Me to You. Quite a mix of songs and mix of genres on the album, but quite a few songs, about 3 or 4 songs, you know, made it really big, and that was exciting. It was a great start, and it was also open to criticism, you know, as well. So it was actually a critical success, you know, in the sense of the word, you know, because people tore it down, they ripped it apart, and a lot of people also loved it. So at least we got people talking, you know, and it was a great beginning. And then the second album, From Me to Underrated, was dropped in 2009. Had some hits like Not the Girl, No Stars, Carry They Go with Two-Face, Style Na Style with Nice, well, the original, just him and myself. And quite a few songs, from there. Did Great More, Let You Know, so many songs. It was even a bigger hit than the first one. So we were on a roll, and it took me another 2 years, to finish the third album, which is the double album, Double Dare. This is all for Nigeria, by the way, at the moment. Double Dare, of course, has songs like The Way You Are by Nikki D, Style Na Style remix with Jesse Jaggs and Nice. I have people like Timaya on the album, P-Square on the album, Mo Cheddar on the album, and Chamillionaire, all the way from the US. So on the success of that, and from all the hype and the build up over the years, people have been like, let's share this music with the rest of the world. Let's try and go international. And we've wanted to. We've been working on the ground for this for the longest time, and it's about time now that we start rolling out the plan little by little, do some PR, come out here and do a week-long PR campaign, which is what we've done, attending events, performing, mixing and mingling, doing press interviews and all that stuff. So now, after obviously I've dropped the third album in Nigeria, now it's time to do a UK album. Some of the songs from the third album in Nigeria will make it to the UK album, but I'm also recording fresh tunes that will work with our Oyinbo friends and our Western friends, just so that they also feel they don't feel left out. So we've got a nice mix of African and Euro pop, that kind of sound.
Speaking about, sorry to cut you short there. I didn't want you to leave that pop, that Euro thing going. Like, speaking of the different type of sound that you brought into the game this time by Nikki D.
Sunana Malam Darey, ni ne yaron Art Alade. Nazo daga Lagos, but baba na daga Kogi.
The first I saw of it was like almost like a viral video of that song, and I just kept on playing it. I thought, is this funky house? Is this grime? Is it? What exactly was it, and how did that come about?
I can't even tell you exactly what it is, because music is really experimental, isn't it? You just do what you're feeling. But if I want to really dissect it, obviously the lyrics are in Hausa. The beat is like house, so you can call it Hausa. Hausa music. It's fun, it's high tempo, high energy, and it also the vibe, the synth, it's very grimy, very you hear that at loud volume, and all you want to do is dance. You don't really care what they're talking about, so that one, I think that's the dissection of that.
And the funny thing is, you went from The Way You Are, which is a brilliant video. Everybody has seen it. If you haven't, just YouTube that, Darey, The Way You Are. That's like an R&B song. You've been crowned the king of R&B in Nigeria. People appreciate your voice, trying to put you, against some of the greats that we've listened to, because we appreciate good music in Nigeria. We listen to the Joe, R. Kellys, and you've had the opportunity to perform on stages with some of those guys. Like, how does that feel for you?
That feels great. I remember opening for R. Kelly in Cape Town a few years ago for the This Day music festival. That was fun, and meeting him afterwards, just chatting and taking pictures and all that stuff. And I was the only person that opened, for that concert, and it was lovely, performing my music for a South African audience that didn't really know the music, and they were so supportive, and so they had a great time. So that was definitely a great, there's been other, opening and sharing stages with, so many other big names, and that really is something worth, is very humbling and something worth being happy about.
Yeah, and now, you've got this album that you're pushing in the UK, June 19th. Just in case you didn't say it properly, the song is going to be out on iTunes, The Way You Are, Darey. Check out the video. I'm sure the video will be up there as well to go with the song.
For sure. And this one especially, obviously is the one with Chamillionaire, especially for the UK audience, and the UK album, the self-titled album, is going to be out very soon after.
There's one part that I've always wanted to talk to you about, and that's your video making. You know, the video that you guys come up with. I don't know who you work with, who writes those videos, who directs those videos, but you have completely taken African music videos to a different level. You've been recognized for those videos in the past. Now you've dropped Baniki D, and the way you are, you have to expect big nominations and recognitions, even though you've only given them to the fans. But people should recognize the hard work that you put into it. Tell us a little bit about who you've worked with some of those videos and how those beautiful pictures came about.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, we're going to get nominations and all that. We do. I mean, we do these things obviously as promotional tools and really just for people to enjoy. You know, when nominations and awards come, you know, it's really by the way. You know, it is exciting. And don't get me wrong, it's not like you don't feel good about it, but the real reason why it's done is for people to enjoy it. And I mean, I guess when you do get nominations, that means people are really enjoying it. Making the videos, very interesting. You know, my team at Soul Music and our normal directors that we work with. So ourselves and Mark Hoffmeyer, who directs most of our videos. He's South African. So we sometimes we shoot in South Africa. The Way You Are, for example, was shot here in the UK, and we just try to look for many exotic places. We've shot at home, many a time, and it's all about variety, at the end of the day. So we came out here and shot the video. What the trick to it for us is really taking your time, and we'll take about a month, 2-3 months to just vibe through ideas back and forth. The music is ready, so you keep listening to it and you keep developing on the idea, write some scripts down, do some illustrations, and eventually you pick a date to shoot and you try and make sure everything is there. And when you're editing, you try and every little aspect is really important, from the costuming to the shots, to the quality of camera, the lights, the location, all that stuff. So it takes a long time. Some people try to do it overnight and all that, and you can see from the end result.
Fine. Now, like you said, you're doing the PR tour, you've done photo shoots, you're about to leave the UK, leave us here, but some of your fans would love for you to come back into the UK and do a tour. When are we going to be expecting a tour by Darey in the UK? Well,
a tour is going to be in the works. Obviously, if the album is released, there's definitely going to have to be a tour after that. But building up to that, I'm going to be back in another month or so. I mean, Carnival is around the corner. We're going to come heavy for that one and do some performances. And hopefully just take it to a few other Nigerian clubs, make some appearances, Mama Calabar, different places, and possibly just do a jazz cafe one day and invite a lot of people. From there we could try the Indigo or the O2 Arena and just start to fill more more spaces. For now, where we need the fans, we need you guys to join the train, and we need all the support that we can get. So go out there, June 19th, itunes.com/Darey, The Way You Are, featuring Chamillionaire for the UK, drops then.
Before you leave, where can people follow you? Twitter, Facebook, whatever people need to know. We saw your pictures, we see how you do it. So
check out my website, brand new Teroba, that kind of thing. Darey.com, www.darey.com. Okay, from there you can link me up on Facebook, my Twitter, everything is on there. So just check my website out, videos, everything is on there.
Well, Darey Art Alade, we're really, really happy you came into the UK. The album, look, I've listened to a couple of tracks on it myself. It's fantastic. Go out and support iTunes. He's already said it. Darey Art Alade, good luck with the projects, man.
Appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Lanre, by the way, and the entire FACTORY78 crew. Appreciate you guys. Keep repping us.
Yes, sir.